Bonjour. Hi, welcome to Speech Bubble Languages French Language Clinic on nouns. So I know last week a few of you had some questions on how do we know if it's masculine or feminine. So I wanted just to share a little bit of information on this subject. So let's start. So what is a noun? A noun, in their most simplistic form, nouns can be described as words for either a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. So let's take a thing. So a banana, banane, a biscuit, biscuit, a tree, an arbre. So that is a thing. What about a person? So a person could be Chloe, Tom, Dr. Brown, could be you. A place could be Glasgow, España, École, or espace, outer space. Could be where you live. An idea, so it could be agility, agilité, love, amour, or motivation, your motivation for learning français. So, nouns in French have a gender. All nouns in French can be classed as either masculine or feminine. When we talk about person nouns, this is nice and easy. So in the blue, we've got all the masculine ones, and in the pink, we have all the feminine ones. So boy, garçon, man, homme, dad, père, brother, frère, boyfriend, petit copain. Girl, we have a fille, woman, une femme, mère, mum, sister, sœur, or petite copine is our girlfriend. So these ones in person, nice and easy because we know they're referring to either a boy or a girl. But what about when it comes to the gender of things, places, and ideas? Unfortunately, there are no explanations as to why French nouns have gender or why the gender was originally determined. For the most part, the gender of the nouns must be memorised through repetition. Learning nouns with their associated articles can help too. So this was in our last language clinic when we were looking at those articles. And that's why it's important that when we're learning a new word, we learn the article as well, because it will help us with the gender. There are, however, some spelling patterns which can indicate gender. So let's have a little look. What when it comes to the gender of things, places, and ideas? So in blue, we have all the masculine nouns, and in rosy pinky colour, we have all the feminine ones. So we have orangeade, capitale, agence, raquette, vision, victoire, chance, la musique, la nation, la magie, la coiffeur, hairdressers. So we in the blue, we've got spectacle, journal, cabinet, bureau, papier, village, cyclisme, changement. So when the blue are masculine and the red are feminine. So let's have a little look at the endings. Do we know? So last week I said some nouns ending in E tend to be feminine. So let's look. We've got capitale, orangeade, agence, raquette, chance, victoire, magie, musique, which are all ending in E and are feminine. However, we also have spectacle, village, cyclisme, which also end in E but are masculine. So this is what I was saying about we need to try and actually remember those articles to help us. So generally speaking, masculine nouns end in these. So we've got acre, age, al, o, e, ir, isme, monde. All of those words in the last page. So spectacle, changement, première. Feminine endings, ad, origid, al, ans or ens, et, I, que, war, nation, vision or ur. So T-O-N or S-I-O-N. So these, you can have this. I'll say there's a little attachment I'll be sending that also has some information on nouns. So you might want to make a little note of these ones. Have a pause the little video. But of course, there are always exceptions to the rule. So just when you think you've got it, there's irregular nouns. Irregular nouns. So we've got plage, page, eau, and peau. So we've got the beach, the page, water, and skin. So looking at the last, if you refer back to your notes, age and eau, I'll flick back. Age, masculine, eau, masculine. But malheureusement, unfortunately, they're irregular and they're feminine. So it's la plage, la page, l'eau, la peau, the skin. So again, these ones like these, we just have to try and remember through repetition. Jouons, time to play. So this time you're going to see a series of nouns en français. Can you remember the gender rules? So you can use moustaches or lips, moustache or lèvres, to vote si tu veux if you want. So you can use your notes in front of you. Let's have a little look. So we've got alphabet, alphabet, masculine or feminine? Alphabet, masculine, that ET ending. Agence, that CE ending. Qu'est-ce que tu penses? What do you think? Feminine, that NCE ending. Banque, banque. What could this one be? Feminine. Bateau, so that EAU. Qu'est-ce que tu penses? What do you think? Bateau, it's masculine. Cheval, a horse. Cheval, masculine. AL ending. Chalet, masculine. Chateau, EAO. Chateau, masculine. Confiance, feminine. ANCE. Oh, and there's that confusing one. Oh, tu te souviens? Do you remember? Feminine. Racisme, masculine. Médicament, médicament. Qu'est-ce que tu penses? Masculine. Musique, la musique. Giving it away there. Feminine, la musique. Natation, natation. Feminine, la natation. So the swimming. Nourriture, nourriture is food. Nourriture. La nourriture, feminine. Tourisme, tourisme. Le tourisme. So the tourism is masculine. Promenade, promenade. The walk, la promenade. So again, with this one, try it again. Go back to the start. You maybe want to pause it the second time round. See if you can souvenir, see if you can remember masculine or feminine. Test yourself. Okay, nouns with changing gender. So some nouns can be changed from masculine to feminine with the addition of the letter E at the end. So again, in the blue, we've got the boys, and in the girls, we've got in the pink, we've got the girls. So let's start with the boys. We've got ami, client, cousin, étudiant, voisin. So we've got friend, the customer, the cousin, the student, and the neighbour. In feminine, we have ami, cliente, cousine, étudiante, voisine, voisine. So we've got voisine, voisin, étudiante, étudiante, cousine, cousin, cliente, cliente, ami, ami. D'accord? Changing gender sometimes has a different meaning in Français. So some nouns change their meaning if they change gender. So let's have a look. So in masculine, in boys, le livre en français means the book. However, la livre means the pound. Le mémoire means the report in French, but la mémoire is a memory. Le poste is a job, and we looked at this one last week. La poste is the post office. Le tour is a tower, sorry, the tour, sorry. Le tour is the tour. And la tour is the tower. D'accord? Gets a little bit more complicated, doesn't it? So when we're learning a new word, let's get the article and make sure we know the meaning. Nouns can be singular or plural. Just like in English, all nouns can be singular or plural, more than one. So we can have book, books, boy, boys, fish, fish. For most nouns in French, we can just add an S to make the noun plural. So let's have a look. Un père, deux pères. Un sœur, deux sœurs. So we're just adding an S because it's gone from one dad to two dads, one sister to two sisters, deux sœurs. Some nouns have different endings when they're plural. Of course, les Français make it plus compliqué. They make it more complicated. And this is where it gets a little bit difficult. So we've got singular and plural. So if it ends in AL in singular, like un journal, in plural, it goes deux journaux. Un journal, deux journaux. Un château, deux châteaux. So this is this AUX. You might have remembered it from a few weeks ago. AUX, château. We have un jeu, so a game, becomes deux jeux, two games, deux jeux. So we're adding an X, we're adding an X. We've got un bijou, a bit of jewellery. Deux bijoux, two pieces of jewellery. Deux bijoux. D'accord? So these are the ones that we just really need to memorise. How we make it into the pluriel, how we make it into the plural, adding these little endings. So al to AUX, O to OUX, EU to EUX, OU to OUX. D'accord? Très bien. So nouns which end in S, X or Z don't change when they are plural. Let's have a look. Un cas, deux cas. Un choix, deux choix. Excuse me. Un gars, deux gars, deux gars. That should be deux gars, sorry, deux gars. Nouns can be singular or plural, but some nouns are always plural too. So les gens are people, les gens. Les vacances, the holiday. It's not les vacances, it's les vacances. Les cheveux, the hair, because you don't just have one bit of hair. Les lunettes, glasses, the same as ours. Les actualités, les infos, the news. Les toilettes, the toilets. So these ones, we just need to remember that they always start with les. D'accord? And some have got ending in S, and apart from this little exception, cheveux. Let's try some. So we've got un indice, so you might want to noter un indice sur le papier. And again, at this point, you probably want to pause the video, have a go, and then press play and see if you've got how many you got out of 10. D'accord? Okay, on y va. You pause it and come back. Bienvenue, welcome back. Okay, so les garçons, what do we think? Qu'est-ce que tu penses? Les garçons. Les garçons. So we're putting them into the plural and we're adding that s at the end. La femme, les femmes. So the woman and a group of women. L'homme, the man. Les hommes, les hommes. The cake, les gâteaux. Les gâteaux, gâteaux. Les genoux, so the knee, les genoux. Les genoux, the knees, so one knee or two knees, les genoux. Le cheval, the horse. Les chevaux, the horses. Les chevaux. Le livre, the book. Les livres, the books. Les livres. Le bois. Les bois. la fraise, les fraises, so the strawberries. La souris, les souris, the mouse, the mice. How did you get on? Yeah, if you didn't get very many, how about don't look at your answers, rewind and try it again. See how many you can get. And well done if you got them all right. Très bien. And have you noticed the different words for the? So hopefully you will have, and this will have made sense in helping you indicate whether it's a masculine or feminine from our previous language clinic about articles. So le garçon, boy, la femme, a female, and le apostrophe because it's in front of a silent H. If this hasn't made any sense with the articles, please go back and watch our language clinic on our articles. So your follow-up task, take time to review your notes from this session. You may wish to get out some coloured highlighters pens if you're a visual person to annotate your handouts, and try taking a look at some nouns in a French dictionary. Notice how the gender of each noun is given to you. So, par exemple, I've put in success into wordreference.com. It comes down here, succès, and it's got N for noun and an M for masculine. D'accord? So you could have a go at looking up some words that you're interested to find out en français and work out if they're masculine or feminine and see if you can guess before you actually look the word up what you think it will be. So merci, thank you for taking the time to watch this little language clinic. If you have any questions, please do send me an email or get in touch, send me a message, and I'll be happy to help you. Merci and à bientôt.